What's up? Good morning. So this morning I changed my routine up a little. I got back to something I did for a while that I got out of the habit of doing. And that was reading in the morning. And what happens with me, it seems like it's every fall, I hate waking up in the dark. And so I've gotten off to a later start more and more lately. Hopefully with the time change coming up, we'll get back to normal. But this morning I got up and walked in the office here and thought, what am I going to do this morning? What's on my list? And I hate diving into my list right in the morning because it just seems like that's the routine we get stuck in, is diving right into work. And I thought, I'm going to do something different. And I've got these stacks of books that I bought that right here, erasing the dry erase, making some new goals there, and then up there. And so I've got these stacks of books, and I've bought these books with the goal of reading this topic this year. And all of them around a similar topic and around leadership and around company culture and things of that nature. Well, I found this one, and I honestly have no clue where I got it. What happens is I'll mention my goal for the year to somebody, and they'll recommend a book, and I'll buy it on Amazon. It gets shipped here. I think it's put in these stacks. Well, this one is by Admiral William H. McRaven, and it's called Make Your Bed, Little Things That Can Change Your Life and Maybe the World. And I read the entire thing this morning. It's I don't know how many pages I read. It's about 100 pages, it looks like. And it's kind of weird because I typically don't read a book cover to cover, and this one gives you that ability. It was like an hour and a half, I think, with a couple distractions. I usually will read a chapter or two and then go on my way. A lot of times forget the damn book and go to a next book and go back and forth. This one I was so into, just from a standpoint that it had a good message from a business standpoint, from a personal standpoint, but also it was telling stories of his life through going through Navy SEAL training and being a Navy SEAL and serving our country. So real quick, I'll give you a couple key takeaways. The chapters are pretty cool, the titles, because that was what really got my attention. They all had a good purpose. There's 10 chapters. Chapter number 1, start your day with a task completed. And that really resonated with me because I think when you start the day with a victory, and when you start the day with an accomplishment, you'll feel better. And that's one thing I have a tendency of not doing, is I get to 4 o'clock in the daytime and I'm like, what the hell did I do today? So start your day with a task completed. I don't know what my task is yet. I've got a good idea. I'm going to finalize it today and start it tomorrow. Number 2, you can't go at it alone. And this resonates with me because this last couple years has really shown me this. Recently I brought Doug Smith onto my team, who came on board, and I've been wanting him on the team for the last couple years. And he's taken so much off my plate, and he's helped me, and I can only see with the company going new things. And this chapter talked about that, how Navy SEALs, when they go through their different trainings, they have a swim buddy. And that swim buddy is there who's with them. But also it talks about community. It talks about the community of SEALs and keeping each other together. And I've seen that a lot in the groups that I've created for digital marketers. I've got one that's very special to me, the ROI Engine team. And it's agencies all over the world where literally I bought this globe and put this map up here because I had people joining from parts of the world that I'm like, okay, where is that? But we all have the same goals and same things we're shooting for. And so it's great that we're all in this together. And I think it's made me learn even more how we can pick each other up and support each other. Chapter 3, only the size of your heart matters. Chapter 4, life's not fair, drive on. You know what? It's not. There's certain days that stuff's going to happen that you got to move on. I had an agency recently that works with one of my biggest clients that copied 1% of what we do, and it pissed me off. I wanted to call the guy and go, seriously, bro, that's what you do? You're that big of a hack that you can't come up with something original, and then you're pitching it to my client for cheaper? I had to move on. Life's not fair. We'll work. We'll beat him at our own game. Failure can make you stronger. I think a lot of people get hung up on this. We're going to fail in business. We're going to fail in life. You're going to have things happen to you personally. You're going to have things happen with you illness. You're going to have things happen with you in business. If you don't fail, you don't succeed is what I think. A lot of lady last week that told me she was afraid to call on businesses to hear the word no. And I said, well, you're going the opposite way. You need to hear the word no. If you don't hear a certain number of no's, you never get to a yes. In anything, you're going to fail. So failure is key. It'll make you stronger. You must dare greatly, stand up to your bullies, rise to the occasion, give people hope. I think that's one that's really resonated with me lately because, like I said, this last year and a half to 2 years of being on this journey with the people in the ROI Engine program and realizing that we're all in different places of our life. We all see each other as a different place and we want to get there. A lot of times we just need to see somebody else doing it. We need to see that it's possible. It's like the other day, there was a marathoner from Somalia or somewhere down there that broke some crazy record. He ran a marathon like at a 4:30 pace for entire marathon. Now that that's happened, it'll happen again. And so that's what's great. When you see that people can do things, it gives you hope you can do it. And then last but not least, never, ever quit. They talked about, and I've heard this story many times about Navy SEAL training, how it starts off with a group of people and the guy always says, hey, 1/3 of you will last. And that's what happens. 1/3 quit. And so this was the last paragraph of the book, page 103. And there's actually another little miniature chapter, their commencement speech, I guess, at the University of Texas when he spoke there. But this is the last paragraph, and this resonated with me. And I could really see this helping a lot of people. Remember, start each day with a task completed. Find someone to help through life. Respect everyone. Know that life is not fair and that you will fail often. But if you take some risks, step up when the times are toughest, face down your bullies, lift up the downtrodden, and never, ever give up. If you do these things, then you will change your life for the better and maybe the world. Who knows? Find the book. Admiral William H. McRaven, U.S. Navy, retired. Thank you for your service, sir. Make your bed. Little things that can change your life and maybe the world. Pretty cool little read. I highly recommend it. See you later.